Welcome. I'm here now. I need to real quick adjust my volume, but I am here now. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Uh, this episode for me is gonna be free balling because uh, yeah, I wanted to set up some stuff for it to be easier for me to manage and track what's going on. That way, I can look back while I'm recording the episodes and have a complete coherent flow from the person who recorded the episode before me. You know, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like slurring and freaking saying nothing. But yeah, the first thing that we're gonna have happen is a slight expansion of this Portuguese country, I guess. But yeah, now they're expanded. But basically, this Portuguese country, and I forgot what this part of Spain is called. I'm stupid, but um, they are trying. I'm just gonna call it the Brown team for now. Um, they are like the governments of these two countries. They're trying to give each other good relations. They're trading through the land, like here, because, well, yeah, they're trading through the land, and they both don't like they both don't like Naples and what they're doing down here. But the citizens of this country are absolutely wild. Like, there's bandits out here, and so they kind of just walk along their way over here, and well, they start just randomly blowing up and looting towns. And well, they're wearing the fashion of the Portuguese, obviously, because they are Portuguese. And so, for a second, they think that Portugal is invading them, and so they kind of start to brace their forces, send them over. They kill the bandits, and then gonna they're getting ready to go over there. But Portugal is continuing to trade. Like, they literally see the trade people walk by and continue to trade. So they kind of reevaluate the situation. They have a meeting with the leader of the leader of both countries. They both meet up, and they kind of realize that the new parts that they discovered have a lot of bandits in them, just outlaws. And so basically, because these outlaws are like super crazy and unreasonably powerful and threatening to overtake the government, they're going to receive aid by the brown Spanish country, and they're going to well, wipe them all out. So they're going to expand simply because, well, first of all, there's a lot of resources right here. There's a lot of resources everywhere, actually, but they're also expanding so that they can get closer to their newfound friend. And, well, these guys think they're oh so smart because they were able to defeat them like that. They were able to defeat the bandits, I mean, but they actually have bandits themselves. Not as many, but in this strip of land right here, there's actually a lot of. This is actually one of the most criminal, like it. A bunch of crimes happen here super often, and eventually they find out about this, so they kind of just send their military over here, fight it back because these guys are stronger than these guys. So they're able to fight off bandits. Like, they didn't really need the Portuguese to do anything. They could just do it for them. But the Portuguese were nice. But they kind of just push them out. They kill a few of them, like 3 camps of them, and then the rest of them, they move out and go into this country. But like now, all of this down here is the new strip, and it's even more chaotic because these guys, like, this is a more chill area that they didn't have any worries about, and now it's suddenly combusting into fire and flame. It's so bad that they're going to try and take back all this because they took all the stuff here. So now they're like powerful and rich by this country, in this country. So now they're kind of just gonna try and, you know, fight their way back into their home. Now, in reality, it looks like this. But to the Spanish country, it looks like, well, it looks a little something like this. Not that. Like this. It looks like that. They think that these guys, I don't know what to call these guys, the French. The French, Catalonia. Catalonia thinks that the French have taken them in refuge and have helped them, and now they're helping them get their land back. And this time they're not willing to communicate because they don't really like the French. So they kind of just start fighting back. But then, like, they're seeing no actual army; they're only seeing bandits. So definitely a little bit of suspicion there, but they don't care. They're going to continue doing what they're doing. But now they're invading into the continuation of the criminal strip. Like, I'd say all of this. What the heck? All of this right here, this land, is the criminal strip. It's just because now that the bandits have expanded, it's all just a bunch of criminal activity. Because it's not just bandits, it's also the people there just kind of suck. But they've invaded into the rest of it, and now the military is alarmed, and these guys give them a plead of leave us alone, we didn't do anything. Eventually, Catalonia finds out that this was not part of their plan, and they never meant to do this. Now, as an act of generosity, like to the rest of the world, this is going to look like Catalonia is such a nice nice country. But in reality, this is not a very nice thing they're about to do. They're going to give them land, which on paper sounds pretty nice, Sounds like a good thing to do, especially to a country that you've wronged. But in reality, they're just giving them the rest of the problem. So now all of the bandits are in here. So now the French have to deal with it. And, the French are going to expand to give all the people that are in this area a place to go because they are starting to move and spread out away from this place. Now, this is a really populated place. There's actually was a lot of people right here. A lot of those, like, not a lot, but like a decent amount of those people were killed. The rest of them ran away. And that was such a large group of people, actually enough to start a country. And they're going to flee because they know they lost all support for their government after the idiocy and just completely oblivious to what's going on in the country. So they're actually going to do some exploring up in the area of Brittany, and they're going to choose this as their new home because it's very nice. Yes, they went around the Alps and whatever. They went along the coast. Like, in reality, they didn't just go straight up. They went like this. So, yeah. Now, for now, they're like a absurdly tiny country. Like I think they're the smallest country in the world right now. But they are in a situation where they will probably be able to get up to a decently high. Like they're probably going to be able to, definitely going to be a smaller power, but maybe as strong as what they came from. Now I know that there's something going on down here that has to do with some sort of messiah or something. I actually haven't. When I watched the previous episodes, I did not pay attention and did not pay attention enough, and also was kind of falling asleep while watching it because I was like really tired. So I need to catch up on what's going on there, but it's definitely a very fun thing to have. But the only thing that I'm going to have them do is I'm just going to have them kind of explore the rest of whatever this major river or whatever this is called. Whatever this is called, the east side of the Kunai Peninsula. I don't think it's called Kunai Peninsula. I think I'm actually the dumbest human on this planet. Cyprus. It's a very historical artifact in Wixo history, especially for our, well, for season 1. It was a very special place. Who's gonna take it? I don't know. I'm not doing that right now. Instead, we're gonna see. I forgot what this country is called, bro. Today is not my best day, bro. They're gonna make a large expansion and give Ukraine, or not Ukraine, but they're going to give. This is what I mean, bro. I can't remember anything. Am I high? But anyways, nope, that is not how this is gonna go. They're going to claim all of that. Now they're looking. This is actually very interesting looking thing. I'm joking. Or am I? Guess we'll never know. But that's that little bit of expansion. They're now a lot bigger. I'm this episode, I'm gonna for now call it Ukraine because it's now kind of starting to look more like Ukraine. It's got that more of that Ukrainian shape. I don't think I'm outlining the Ukraine shape. It's like kind of like that. So Bosnia, they're pretty big. I'd say Bosnia is, I think, either the third or the fourth strongest country. I say that because this guy is on the map. This guy has to be more powerful than this guy. And in my opinion, this Turkish country, like, it also has to be pretty strong. So in my opinion, it's number 1, number 2, number 3, and I don't know, maybe number 4, maybe number 4, maybe number 4. I guess this guy could also be number 4. But anyways, they're pretty big, and they're taking a break from expanding for just a little bit. But even a tiny break for like maybe 10 years is causing an outrage, specifically right here in the Italian area. They're not going to break away. They want. There's a lot of people who want to move up north, and Bosnia literally tells them that there is a big blockade of mountains right there. But These people really just don't give any while moving slightly to, the left area, slightly, just a little bit, just a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good, you know. But they decide that they're in retaliation of Bosnia being such a smart aleck. They become a really ugly, angry Switzerland, and which is kind of stupid because now they're just kind of separated from everybody else. Like Bosnia is no longer going to do trading with these guys. The northern Italy probably not going to want to do that. The French team right now kind of hates everybody because they hate themselves. So they're kind of now just isolated and by themselves. But they're in the Alps, so they got beautiful mountains and water and goats. They're going to go ahead and make their capital at that point right there. And I'm also going to remember to turn off major cities. Now, we're going to see a secretive operation by Turkey. Turkey, for very obvious reasons, does not like Egypt. They hate Egypt with a dying passion. Also, I have to say that what the frig, bro? I just lost all my aura, bro. But I have to see. I just lost it again, bro. I can't speak, bro. Doesn't this look a little bit familiar to you guys? But anyways, these guys are going to be sending propaganda straight into Egypt. Basically, a bunch of people going into Egypt saying that everything that you believe is false, you shouldn't be a country, you're a failure of a people, you're a failure of a culture, you're a failure of everything, and you need to convert to us. Now, for the people that this does affect, it doesn't affect them in the way that Turkey would want. It makes them realize that they personally don't like the country because they believe in things kind of similar to Turkey. However, they don't really want to be with Turkey. And specifically, these are the people in the desert area. Like, I guess this isn't really, but like the dry, really dry areas are the people who kind of disagree. And so they're going to kind of just ask for permission to just leave. And they are granted that permission. They are given their best condolences and wishes, and they're off. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I did not know I continued recording. But basically, they are going to form Kuwait, which is kind of just a combination of Egypt and Turkey. But culturally, they are aligned with Egypt. But also, you gotta keep in mind that they all look similar because these guys made Egypt, these guys and Egypt made these guys. They're gonna have their capital right there. Also, the way they got here, they kept in mind that there was two rivers right here. Really good place to live. So they kept that in their mind and didn't tell it to anybody else. In fact, what they told to everybody else was, this is a big area full of poisonous snakes and magical creatures that will bite your head off. So basically, they just lied to the rest of the world that this is a horrible place to live. And they found one place that was kind of normal. And so these guys are now isolated, just like these guys. These guys, they're kind of isolated. Also, I forgot. Wait, did I not give them a capital? Oh, I gave them a major city, but not a capital. Silly me. Alright, well, I've done way too much yapping in this episode, so it's a little bit on the longer side. But I will see you guys. It's episode 4, so that means I'll see you episode 8, I think. Maybe. But see you guys. I hope you have a good day and freaking like her and subscribe and stuff because yeah, because we need it.